Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of our national anthem. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Now I'd like to welcome to the stage the principal of John Marshall High School, Miss Rochelle Connor. I already told him to sit down so you can sit.
Okay. Welcome to the John Marshall Enterprise High School graduation of the class of 2026. Before we begin our ceremony, I would like to remind you to silence your cell phones so it does not take away from our solemn occasion. On behalf of the graduating class of 2026, we would like to sincerely thank our faculty, our administration, our family and friends, and parents who have been a part of our seniors' journey. Over the years, we'd like to take a moment and thank the great faculty of John Marshall Enterprise High School. Please stand and be recognized, staff. Staff. Thank you. It is also my pleasure to introduce you to our honored guests on the stage with us tonight. I would ask that you hold your applause until they have all been introduced. Honored guests, as I say your name, please stand and remain standing to be recognized. Our cabinet members, OKCPS Superintendent Dr. Jamie Polk, Chief Strategy Officer Mr. Jason Galloway, Chief Academic Officer Mrs. Alicia Suffield, Chief Legal Officer and General Counsel Dr. Tony Childers, Chief Financial Officer Ms. Sydney Ward, Chief Operations Officer Mrs. Deborah Deck, Senior Executive Director of Secondary Schools Mrs. Verna Martin, and seniors, now our executive directors, Dr. Trina Ressler, Principal Supervisor, Principal Supervisor Natalie Johnson Papa George, Principal Supervisor Ms. Paula Plus, Executive Director of Counseling and College and Career Readiness, Dr. Petra Woodard, Executive Director of Special Education, Mr. Kenneth Ward. At this time, we would like to take a moment to recognize our Board of Education for their service and unwavering support. If you're an OKCPS board member joining us celebrating our scholars this evening, Please stand as you hear your name. Chairperson Paula Lewis. Vice Chair, District 2, Lori Bowman. District 1, that's our district, Carol Thompson. District 3, Jessica Cifuentes. District 4, Dana Meister. District 5, Verona Dismusk. District 6, Juan Lucana. District 7, Galea Martinez. Today, let's give them a round of applause. Today, you will notice that many of our graduates are wearing cords tonight. These cords represent their accomplishments in academics, leadership, service, and career pathways. We are proud of their commitment and dedication that this symbolizes. And now it is my pleasure to welcome to the podium our OKCPS Superintendent, Dr. Jamie Polk. Please give her a welcome.
Good evening, John Marshall Enterprise High School families, staff, honored guests, and most importantly, the remarkable class of 2026. Let me hear you clap. This is a celebration. Tonight, as we celebrate this graduating class, we are not simply recognizing the completion of high school, we are celebrating perseverance, leadership, growth, and purpose. As Superintendent of Oklahoma City Public Schools, it is my great honor to welcome you to this meaningful and joyful celebration. First, I'd like to recognize the Oklahoma City Public Schools Board of Education, thanking them for their leadership and their intentional commitment to ensure every student across our district has access to opportunity, excellence, and a future filled with choices. Tonight is about achievement and purpose. But we know graduate reaches this stage not on their own. Before I continue, I want to pause and ask the current or retired OKCPS family, please stand. Current, that's you current. Current. Even in the audience, if you're a current OKCPS family, a teacher who has poured into these students, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. The culture of perseverance and opportunity begins with strong leadership. Under the guidance of Principal Connor, John Marshall Enterprise High School has continued to grow as a school community focused on helping students rise, lead, and succeed. Thank you, Principal Connor, for your steadfast commitment to the students, staff, and families of John Marshall. To our graduates, your graduation program tells the story. It tells the story of resilience, leadership, and determination. Tonight we celebrate students who have earned recognition as academic scholars, National Honor Society members, Oklahoma Promise recipients, AP scholars, Metro Technology graduates, student athletes, fine arts students, concurrent enrollment students, and community leaders. These accolades represent more than medals, cords, and honors. They represent students who choose courage over comfort, students who stayed committed when life became difficult. At OKCPS, our greatest goal is to ensure every student graduates ready. Ready for a choice-filled life for employment, enlistment, or enrollment. Tonight, may I see those choices in action. Students, if you already have a job lined up, plan to start working soon, or you're ready to begin your career after graduation, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. If you made the decision to serve our country through the military after graduation, please stand so we can recognize you. Thank you for your commitment and service. This is a two-part request. If you're a first-generation college student, please stand. Remain standing, and if you plan on following someone in your family footprints and plan to enroll in college, please stand and join your classmates. Thank you. This is what opportunity looks like. This is what keeping the promise looks like. This is what the future of Oklahoma City looks like. Graduates, your class model reminds us that the past is our heritage, the present our responsibility, and the future our challenge. Tonight, we stand with you to meet that challenge. As Bears, you carry with you the pride of John Marshall, the strength of your community, and the belief that your future matters. We celebrate not only what you accomplish here, but the impact we know you will make as leaders in your families, in your community, and our world. Welcome to your graduation and John Marshall Enterprise High School class of 2026. Let's go to work.
My name is Quincy Jones, and I am the president of the class of 2026. I am proud to introduce you to our valedictorian, Gabrielle Young. Gabby is graduating from John Marshall with college credits from taking concurrent courses and from passing AP exams. She wants to attend OCCC and later transfer to Oklahoma State University so she can study animal science. Besides being strong academically, she was a member of National Honor Society, Student Council, and played tennis. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you our valedictorian, Gabrielle Young.
The average person can hold their breath for 30 to 90 seconds. I think I've been holding mine for 4 years. High school started with one deep inhale full of pressure, change, expectations, and everything we kept taking in without fully realizing it. At first, you don't notice it, and for me that was especially true because my sister was the valedictorian of this school the year I was born. No pressure, right? They tell you that being valedictorian is an honor, but they don't tell you that it mostly consists of having a minor heart attack every time you see a notification from Infinite Campus. I'd like to say I spent 4 years as this perfectly focused scholarly student, but a lot of that time was actually spent doing the math to see if I could still get an A if I bombed a test. Freshman year, you walk into a building that somehow feels way too big and way too small at the same time. You're trying to figure out where your classes are and whether or not everyone else is as nervous as you are pretending not to be. You spend the first few months trying to convince yourself you belong here. You learn which staircases are faster, which teachers like to turn things in late, which bathrooms nobody uses. You learn how to act like you have everything together when in reality you do not. And eventually the inhale gets deeper. You stop introducing yourself as the freshman. You stop needing your schedule put up on your phone every 5 minutes. You settle into routines. You find people, you lose people, you change. And that's the weird thing about high school. Everyone talks about how much you grow, but nobody talks about how uncomfortable growth actually is. Because growth is awkward. Growth is realizing the version of yourself from last year would make you cringe a little, and thank goodness for that. And then senior year comes in and somehow pushes the limits even further. Applications, scholarships, deadlines, decisions, the terrifying realization that every adult in your life suddenly starts saying things like the real world. And then comes the last first day of school, last tennis match, last spirit week, last lunch period, last time hearing the bell. And it's strange how quickly ordinary things become important when you realize they're ending. A random Tuesday suddenly matters because it's one of your last random Tuesdays here. And the place you spent years waiting to leave becomes the place you're scared to let go of. And I think that's because there's comfort and familiarity. Even stress becomes comforting when you've carried it long enough. We know these hallways, we know these people, we know this version of life, and out there is unknown. Unknown is scary. So we keep holding our breath a little longer. We tell ourselves we're ready to leave, but then graduation gets closer and suddenly you start noticing everything. The teacher who always stood at their door in the morning, the people you waved to without even thinking about it, the classrooms you complained about sitting in that now feel weirdly sentimental. You realize memories are being made while you're living them, and honestly, I don't think I understood that until this year. I kept waiting for high school to feel important while it was happening. I thought there would be this huge moving moment where everything suddenly felt meaningful and dramatic and life-changing. But most of high school was small moments. Laughing too hard in class when you were supposed to be quiet, walking into school exhausted because you stayed up way too late doing homework. You swore you were going to start earlier. That's what mattered. Not every test grade, not every awkward moment, not every bad day you thought would ruin everything forever. And I think we spend so much time worrying about becoming successful that we forget to become people first. And what I'll remember most about high school is not the assignments or the scores or the stress, it's the people. The people who made hard days easier. And to my friends, thank you for being the people I could trauma bond with over projects we definitely should have started 3 weeks ago. The friends who sat beside us through every version of who we were becoming. The teachers who believed in us before we believed in ourselves. And thank you to my pet rabbit, Beyonce, who unfortunately couldn't be here today. I think we underestimate how much people shape us. A conversation can change your whole direction. A teacher can change your confidence. A friend can change whether or not you make it through a difficult year okay. And for me personally, that person was my best friend, Kiana, and Sanaya. There are people in this room who changed my life without even realizing it. People who supported me, encouraged me, listened to me complain, gave me advice, made me laugh when things felt overwhelming. And I don't think we say thank you enough for things like that. Because the truth is, nobody gets through high school alone. Not really. And now we're here, graduation, the moment we spent years counting down to, the moment that felt impossibly far away freshman year, and somehow got here way too fast. And I think what makes today emotional is not only the excitement, it's the release. Because for the first time in a long time, we finally exhale. Not because everything suddenly makes sense, not because we have every answer, not because we aren't scared anymore, but because we made it through the inhale. We made it through every moment we thought we couldn't, every stressful night, every hard conversation, every moment we doubted ourselves, every moment we felt behind, every moment we thought everybody else had life figured out except for us. We kept going anyway. And maybe that's what growing up really is, not becoming fearless, not becoming perfect, just learning you can survive uncertainty, learning you can keep moving forward even when you don't fully know what comes next, because none of us are leaving here as the same people we were 4 years ago, and honestly, thank goodness for that one too. The version of you that walked into this building freshman year could not have imagined the person sitting here today. You've changed, you've learned, you've lost things, you've gained things. You've become more yourself, and now life keeps moving. There will be more inhales after this, more moments where life feels overwhelming, more moments where you feel pressure building in your chest again. But now you know something important. You know you can make it through. You know pressure does not last forever. You know uncertainty does not last forever. You know you do not have to hold your breath forever. So today, let yourselves be proud of how far you've come. Let yourselves appreciate the people around you, and let yourself remember the small moments too. Because whether high school was the best 4 years of your life, the hardest 4 years of your life, or somewhere in between, it mattered, it shaped you, and after 4 long years, we can exhale. I will now turn the podium over to Jimena Ponce.
Hello, my name is Jimena Ponce, and I am the Class of 2026 Vice President. And I have the pleasure of introducing our next speaker, Scotty Murphy, our salutatorian. Scotty is heading to OSU in the fall and will be majoring in engineering. Join me in welcoming Scotty Murphy.
Good morning, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2026. Standing here today, we're all looking at the same thing, a finish line. We spent years checking boxes, passing finals, and being fueled by enough caffeine to power a small city. We did it. We arrived. But if I've learned anything during our time here, it's that the finish line is a bit of a myth. Today isn't just about the diploma in your hand. It's about the person you became while trying to get it. You're not the same person you walked into John Marshall. You've overcome personal setbacks and the quiet moments of doubt where you wonder if you make it across this stage. But as we stand here in our caps and gowns, we have to be honest. We didn't get here alone. To our teachers and faculty, thank you for the extra time on assignments, the tough feedback that made us sharper, and for showing us that education is about more than just a grade. It's about how we think. And to our families, thank you for checking our grades in Infinite Campus, holding us accountable, and your undying support. This diploma has our names on it, but it belongs to you. As we head out, the world is going to ask you, where are you going to be? My advice, don't feel pressure to have a single permanent answer. Be someone who learns, be someone who listens, be someone who is brave enough to change their mind. The most inspiring people aren't those who followed a straight line, but those who weren't afraid to pivot when they found a new passion or better way to help others. Class of 2026, go out there and give it a all. Congratulations, we made it. Please welcome to the podium Principal Connor.
Let me take a moment by thanking everyone who has contributed to each of our seniors, all of our amazing staff, and our families and friends. Today, we celebrate the legacy that you leave at John Marshall, committed to bear excellence. And we look forward to your future with great anticipation. We look forward to seeing the lives that you will change and all of the places that you will go. Today, you close the chapter of K-12 learning, practicing, and the evolution of your talents and treasures. I want you to take a moment and think back to the beginning when you were in preschool and kindergarten. My, you have come a long, long way. And I can say with confidence, as if everyone else, it's a job well done. As the sun sets on your youth, we can't help but to celebrate your accomplishments. This graduating class has more than 52% of you enrolled in the next chapter of Bear Excellence. And why is that worth celebrating? Because 76 of you are choosing to attend college or university. Collectively, your class has received 272 college acceptance letters. Your choices of colleges, whether UCO, OCCC, OSU, or Langston, OU, and Rose State, are exciting for all of us. But let's not forget those of you that are daring to leave OKC and attend Texas Southern University, Howard University, or Clark Atlanta University, where Miss Ladd and I went for spring break, or Wichita State. We can't wait to see what you're going to bring back to our great city by attending these colleges and universities. Another accolade for this class: 38 of you received 65 scholarships worth more than $200,000. That is quite an accomplishment. And did you know that 2 of you were National Achievement Program finalists? It gives me goosebumps to say it. National Program finalist. "48 of you are choosing to continue your path, becoming certified in specific trades at vocational schools throughout our great city. With your acceptance to Paul Mitchell, Francis Tuttle, Mitri Tech, and Metro Tech, we may boldly claim that John Marshall graduates will be our health professionals, our construction managers, our auto and health industry personnel. You will be the first responders that come to rescue and protect us, and we are appreciative of your commitment. 40% of you have already coordinated your efforts to ensure that you are employed upon graduation this evening, whether you will continue to work with a previous employer or a current employer, or begin anew. Please take a mini vacation before you begin adulting, ensuring that your plans of action, you created one and you worked it, and we appreciate your commitment to self-sufficiency and independence. And lastly, and certainly not least, 10% of you will be beginning careers in the military. And as a child of an Air Force plane mechanic who later became a teacher, and a mother of an Army Reserve serviceman who's also going to become a teacher, I can't tell you how proud I am of your willingness to sacrifice for the rest of all of us. This is extra special because we don't have an ROTC program in our school, yet you still pivoted to the military. We have staff who have served, staff who have spouses who've served, and children, and they welcome you with open arms. So thank you for your commitment to the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. Class of 2026, your dedication to bear excellence over the last 4 years sets you apart as a graduating class. You've created the plans. You're going to be engineers. You're going to be nurses, business people, marketing agents, going into welding, cosmetology, and my favorite, education. There is nothing, absolutely nothing to stop you. Keep being bold. Live your life with enthusiasm. Achieve all that you can, and remember to always respect yourself and others, because you are destined for success. We are Marshall. Now we are ready to present the graduates of 2026. Board member Carol Thompson, would you please join me at the podium? John Marshall graduates, class of 2026, please stand. I declare that these students of John Marshall High School have completed the requirements considered as graduates of Oklahoma City Public Schools.
Good evening. Honorable board members, Superintendent Polk, platform guests, patrons, staff members, and Principal Connor of John Marshall Enterprise High School. The Board of Education of Oklahoma City Public Schools extends sincere congratulations to the members of the graduating class of 2026 and their parents, friends, and loved ones. Commendations are extended to the principal and staff at John Marshall for their efforts in preparing for this occasion. And now, by the power vested in me by the Oklahoma State Board of Education and the Oklahoma City Public Schools Board of Education, I declare that contingent upon completion of all class requirements, each of you will be certified as a graduate of John Marshall High School. Congratulations.
Audience, before we begin, I'd like to remind you to preserve the integrity and dignity that this ceremony deserves. We ask that you refrain from using horns, bells, or other noisemakers as they interfere with individual names being called. Honored guests, would you join me in the presentation of diplomas?
Gabrielle Elaine Young.
Scotty Everett Murphy.
Jamesia Joyce Jones.
Edgar Martinez Antonio.
Osmond Yaneth Lucas Vicente.
Noah Isaac Coolseth Alvarez.
Jada Zariah Greer.
Jimena Ponce.
Quincy Khalil Jones.
Jordan Murray Johnson.
Hunter Vlaklavic Morgan.
Chazia Nuri.
Oscar Pablo Orozco.
Lady Guadalupe Olvera.
Carlos Osvaldo Chavez.
Andrew Thomas Allen.
Miguel Cipriano Alvarez Hernandez.
Karen Giselle Arauz.
Maria Rosa Avila.
Arturo Jael Bañuelos Garcia.
Jade Leandria Bates.
Kenneth Jeremiah Beek.
Javelle Isaac Bluford.
Corey Zane Bobo. Wait.
Patrick Francis Lee Bryans.
Richard Frank Brocado.
Adriana Leela Marie Brown.
Ashawn LaRiley Brown.
Danielle Ava Brown.
Yesenia Romero Brown.
Candace Gwen Brown.
Diana Yoel Bruce.
Kamaya Janelle Burnley Strong.
Martin Carrillo Che.
Abner Nathaniel Chika Zoe.
Devon Avery Chafin.
Sanaya Rochelle Chandler.
Yuridia Montserrat Chavez Rodriguez.
Aiden Darnell Clayton.
Messiah Nasi Na Ray Cobbs.
Cheyenne Elise Constantine.
Mercy Sulika Cruz Quiche.
Mackenzie Renee Damon.
Angela Damian Monroy.
Jamari Ikeem Davis.
Ángel Daniel Delgado.
Savannah Lee Deal.
Tan Yung Ding Wen.
Denia Anae Dixon.
Jonathan Cruz Estrada.
Vernie Australia Simpson.
Jefferson Javier Figueroa Cutillo.
Zanaya Amira Franklin.
Amaya Joyce Galbraith.
Shania Latrice Gales.
Devin Montrell Tishon Ganaway.
Carmela Garcia.
Mohammed Anwar Garwal. Chloe Nicole Glasgow.
Tazalia Riley Gillespie.
Ezequiel Gutierrez Murillo.
Tayshawn Jamari Darnell Grant.
Marcus Jalen Hall Jr.
Sophia Gutierrez.
Matthew Casoche Harris Jr.
Harrison Cooper Hans.
Axel Iraí Hernandez Lopez.
Janila Jade Harrison.
Samaya Lanise Holloman.
Amaria Sabria Hill.
Royal Darnell Hall.
Michaela Deshae Hughes.
Sadula Jabari.
Kavion Matthew Ikusanu.
Kilea Chevelle Johnson.
Tajon Lydell Jameson Jones.
Demarius Cantrell King.
Kimberly Juan Perez.
Janaya Trinity Lawson.
Sierra Knight.
Brian Lopez Perez.
Anasia Ladon Little.
Carlos Giovanni Lopez Garcia.
Eddie Lopez Tacome.
Edgar Lozano.
Alexander Moises Lopez.
Stephen Raymond Magdalenic.
Brandon Sloan Maddox.
Christopher Martinez Morales.
Desmond Edwin Martin.
Cirilo Mendoza Gonzalez.
Princeton Pierre McLeod.
Abigail Rianne Milacek.
Maria Michelle Pacheco.
Ruby Munoz.
Roy Munoz Jr.
Rodney Lee Nesbitt Jr.
Kai Alexis Murphy.
Annabelle Bettis. Miriam Rangel Rodriguez.
Deasia Mare Olden.
D'Amico Roberson.
Isabella Diane Perez.
Brian Guadalupe Science Rubio.
Nick Amal Rasul John.
Julio Santillan Jaime.
Quintasia Lindia Robinson.
Aubryon Unique Shivers.
Nurala Sengen.
Devin Glenn Smith.
Ashley Deshay Sharon.
Valerie Annette Tenorio.
Darian Eugene Smith.
Nicholas Dwayne Turner.
Cassidy Maylin Stokes.
Lakaira Amunique Vaughn.
Rosa Yaslin Trejo Rojo.
Kane DeMichael Ward.
Arleth Alexandria Valderas Ponce.
Don Earl Washington III.
Javier Antonio Vasquez Duran.
Nevaeh Leanne Marie Webb.
Ramadana Wakuna Wardinga Kobe.
Victoria Renee Wilson.
Michael Ventura Webb.
Jesse Stone Harmon.
Jashawn DeAndre Whitley.
Alexis Marie Connor. Ángel Santos Álvarez.
John Marshall Enterprise High School graduating class of 2026. Please stand. The time has come for us to transition from one season to the next by the ceremonious tradition of the turning of the tassel. You will switch your tassels from the right to the left in recognition of your accomplishments, perseverance, and endurance throughout your high school years. You may now turn your tassels. Congratulations, 2026 John Marshall High School graduates. Junior Marshals, please prepare our graduates for their exit.
All right, get your cord, get your cord. Hang it.
Sweetie.
Hang it. It's just hanging,
Faculty and dignitaries, please stand so that we may lead the processional. Honored guests, please stand and give our graduates a round of applause as they file out together. Thank you for coming to celebrate our graduates.